Good morning to all our customers and colleagues attending today's webinar on bringing artificial intelligence to your SCADA. I hope you're all having a great start to the new year. My name is Carla Girdi and I will be your host today. And my colleague Munzir Karhani, the head of Training and Enablement Department at AVEVA Select Gulf, will present today's webinar and give us an overview on Vision AI Assistant, where and how to use it, implementation steps, and finally go through a live demonstration. But before we start, let me remind you to type all your questions in the question section or chat box, and we will answer them at the end of the session. Now let's get started. Hi, Munzir.
Good morning, Carla. Good morning, everyone. So, as we elaborate, we will present today a new product by AVEVA. This is an extension for system platform. It's called Vision AI Assistant, Vision Artificial Intelligence Assistant, and we will talk about it almost from A to Z. It's a very simple tool, very simple product to use, very friendly user. Let's start directly, but before that, let's just elaborate a little bit. What is image processing with artificial intelligence? This is an image processing tool, and it uses some artificial intelligence or some algorithm, neural network algorithm. And like any artificial intelligence or machine learning, all of them have this almost the same workflow in the process. So in our case, we have an image, and this image represents some data. It's actually a matrix of data that normally we send a runtime input to this process or to this algorithm, and because of some parameters, the process can detect few things or can classify and give us some results. But a step backwards to achieve this type of process, we have one step, which is sending some samples to a learning process and make this system to the learning process to train the artificial intelligence or the program, and this samples during the training process will change a little bit in the parameters and tune the classification methods and make it more and more accuracy. This will apply almost for every artificial intelligence or machine learning program. Now, during runtime, we can take some of these good results and send them back to the process or to the learning process as a feedback to tell them the system, yes, you are doing well. This is a good results. Keep achieving this. Or like any students, some bad results could happen, and in this case we can take these bad results and put them back to our learning process and retrain the system. This is the general, very simple, simplified overview for image processing by artificial intelligence. Now, we don't need to know anything about the deep programming or neural network or any type of artificial intelligence theory, because as I said, this is very simple. So what is Vision Artificial Intelligence Assistant, or AI Assistant? Vision AI Assistant is simple image processing model that we can use it in real time that take data from a camera, and we can have different types of camera. These cameras feed our system to this Vision Artificial Intelligence, and we can monitor some real-time images by looking at AVEVA System Platform OMI. As we have an OMI application can be downloaded or can be imported to our system platform, or we can publish these results to AVEVA Insight. So we integrate the camera, then we set up and train the system, publish the notification, and enable. We can get a greater situational awareness for our operators. We can provide, the system provides alerts and notifications to operator. It's, as I said, integrated with OMI and AVEVA Insight. It is very easy to use, and you can learn it in not more than 30 minutes how to configure it, and you don't need any programming or automation skills. You just need to know how to drag and drop, and you will see this together with a live demo. However, this system is designed to work in low latency industrial environment. That means it cannot replace a real-time alarms in the system, or a real-time system values in the system. It's image processing, so it needs its time during the processing, classification, and the publishing. Now, AI assistant have two analytic models. We have what we call it anomaly detection model, and we have a discrete state detection model. In anomaly detection model, as per the name, it's simply the system will understand what is a good product or a good state, and everything not good will be detected as an alarm and send it and report it as an anomaly. So we have good and bad value. In discrete state detection is when I have two states to detect. So for example, here on the example on the right, we have two toothbrushes, and we can detect a red and a blue toothbrush. Now, if it's not red and it's not blue, we can go for unlabeled detection. So we can detect between two states. Those are the general analytic the two analytic models or modes in our system. Where to use this AI assistant? Well, here I found that we can use it in almost every process or everywhere when you can detect or you can classify anything by eye. That means we cannot put it for it's an image processing. So if you can detect any classification or any anomaly by eye between different two images, so you can put these images into your system and detect them. So we can use it, for example, for product quality, when there is something bad in the quality or in the product that we can detect it by an image. This is where you can put it, some process measurement, detect some jams, for example, in line assembly, some process control could happen. But the good thing, we can use it for remote monitorings. For example, if we have some areas that we cannot put sensors or automated equipment, and you cannot link this equipment to our system, we can simply put a camera, and for example, here in this example on the right, it detects fire, so maybe an infrared or a thermal camera, it could be better use for our system, so any remote monitoring. Other example that I was thinking about, it's like checking some positioning for the valve, if it's open, closed, or some instrumentation, putting a camera, and we can check if it's when it's closed, maybe we can send an alarm to the system, especially for non-motorized valve or in non-motorized instrumentations. We can detect, we can use it in security for intruders, and we can detect if there is any intruder in the room. In traffic management system to detect some jams, traffic jams, or simply reading an alarm light. Is there any alarm lights go on, and I can detect some, you can be it an anomaly or some different states, stop, run, etc. So for you to imagine the domain of use where we can use it. As I said, it's a very easy tool. It's very straightforward. Even the tool itself will guide you how to use it. We have simply to create a scale. A scale is the detection mode. As I said, we have to. So we create a scale. We load some images. This is second step. Third step is to train the system, link a camera, just check, preview if the system is working fine, or you have to retrain and add more pictures. Like any learning system, bigger the database you have, and we recommend to have, for example, if you want to detect an anomaly for the system, take the good picture for the same product from different point of view, look at it from different places, more than one system. Now the minimum images are 3 images, but more images you give for the system, better or more accurate the system will be, because every time you are tuning the system. After reviewing, and if you are happy with this system, you can deploy it on runtime and publish it to even Insight or an OMI. And from time to time, we highly recommend to go back to the system just to review the result. Maybe there is a good product, for example, going and send as an alarm that the system detected as a bad product. So you can put it back and said, no, this is a good product, just retrain. And we have a version management in this, some kinds of version management in the products. That means every time you train, you have a new version that you can deploy it or keep it under test. Something very important in any machine learning system, we call it the data set. So as well in this system, we have a data set, and data sets is a bunch of images or videos. We can be used as a training data, and you can use this data set as a camera for simulation, for example. That's just one thing. Once a data set is linked with any skills, it cannot be deleted, because the skill need this data set to achieve or to tune the parameters. Now, after deploying the AI assistant, we can use, as I said, the OMI application. It's a simple application. You can import it like any other application and use it. And it's very simple to configure. I will show you how. Or publish it to an Insight, or simply use the Vision AI Assistant web client, where we configure, train, etc., the system itself. Now, this tool is considered as a exclusive extension for AVEVA system platform. So it's only available now, exclusively available through AVEVA Flex. So it will be part of AVEVA Flex system platform. So if you have a system platform AVEVA Flex, you can try this tool as well. For more information about the commercial information about this tool, please do not hesitate to contact us, and one of our sales will answer you as soon as possible. Let's go right now to check and look at the system in live demo. I have a system here, a machine, where I simply open a GR platform, and it will open this. This is the skills, the Vision, AVEVA Vision AI Assistant. Before this video, I already configured some skills just for testing. I have one anomaly skills and one discrete skills, and it show me exactly when I did it and what time I create this skills. This is an anomaly. It's deployed and it's enabled, and I have 470 alarms. That means 470 bad products. And I have this here color detector. I simply create two data set, or two different list of colors, blue and red, and I feed this system with my images, and the system is detecting which one is blue and which one is red. So let's check the impeller. This one is the camera. This is a simple data set with different cameras, and it's working like 30 times per second. And right now the prediction state is good, so it's not an alarm. And I can change the frequency, how many times it can predict, and I can go more in details to check these alarms by going for review, and I can look at all these alarms and retrain the system. So for example, here I'm looking at all the alarms that happened recently. So let's say, for example, this is a good product. It's not a bad product, but the system detected. So I can simply click on it and just retrain the system, and the system will train AI, and the system will retrain and give me another version. So I have, this is the current version that is deployed, and this is the retrained version in case I have different version, and I want to tune more the application. This is regarding the anomaly. We will go more details on the configuration, and this is a discrete detectors. So simply I have a camera here with different colors, and I'm asking the system to detect which one is blue, which one is red, with some accuracy here, and I can go for review and do the same thing. Let's go for scales, back to the scales, and create one from scratch. Very simple, add scales. So the system will ask me, do you want it in discrete states or anomaly states? I'll go for anomaly detections. Name, let me name it like a test anomaly. Create scales. Now here is asking me to train the artificial intelligence. I can rename the label. If it's not an alarm, I can rename it whatever I want, and good data is the one that I train. So here I have to put all the pictures of the good product. A good product, I can simply change the name, the good data here, and to its good data is good product. So just import data, and I can even go for a live camera, videos, or some images. In my case, if I don't have any prepared data set, load some images. You can load them, and you will have a new data set. I already have a good one here. This is impeller good. Neighbor selected, and the system will load all these this data set. This is the good data, 120, more is better, and train AI. So everything is not good will be down to alarm. In discrete, it's different. Discrete, I have to give state 1, state 2, and unlabeled. So if it's not state 1, it will go to state 2. It's not to state 2. So he will do some double detection, which one on state 1 and which one on state 2. Now, after training the system, the system will ask me, you have to choose one camera. Choose camera. And I can go for a new camera or existing cameras from the previous system. If I click on new camera, just put the name. For example, I have to choose, different camera. So if it's I can have different type, even a network, webcam camera, data set, or programming. Data set, if I have already a data set, that means I already loaded some images, so I can use it as a camera. Programming camera needs some tokens, and we will talk about the tokens that you can find it here. Once you create a token, you can go and put it for the programming camera. You have different types of camera. I already prepared one, which is this. I will take this impeller camera, choose this camera, and go for, this is my camera, and next. Then I have to go for the properties. In my properties, I can go for scale frequency. So this will detect the camera once every, for example, minutes. And the scale history is the database that will stay for 24 hours. This is the history. I can change the tolerance. 0, that means I don't want any tolerance in my system. That means any small change in the picture will be sent as an alarm. Or I can go up to 100. That means I have almost 100% of tolerance. Normally to start, we will start like at least 35, for example, for a tolerance. We can give it descriptions, and let's preview some skills. Now, once I click on preview, I can start some detection and update. Now, this one is the first anomaly score is 1 alarm, so it's already, I can see it clearly. It's already scratched here. After this, I can deploy it. Once we deploy it, that means it's already working on runtime. I can use it to publish to Insight from here. So I publish to Insight, can publish anomaly to Insight. In Insight, I will go for Insight and tell you I have to simply put the asset's name on Insight and the frequency, how frequent I want it, and the publish rate. Like for example, publish rate is 5, and let's make it 1 per minute. And update. Now, for sure, I don't, the assets, we can check and let's go for the assets management here on Insight. Now I'm on Insight part. I have 2 assets, plant 1 and plant 2. So I will use plant 2 for this skill. Let me go back to my system. So I'll put plant 2 as my asset. So it will be slash plant 2 and update. This is how simple it is to create and publish the application. Now from here we can go for camera and check what are the cameras that I have, what are the data sets. The connection for Insight, this is very important. I have to connect to Insight. You have to put the server name. In my case, if you are using onlinewanderer.com or .eu, what is the server name, the endport, and the token? How to find this application? Simply go to your Insight, and in Insight, go for the administration. In your administration, you can go for integration settings and history data rest. Now, regarding the server, my server is onlinewanderer.eu. This is what I have to use, not .com. And I have to create an API authentication. I already have one for Vision AI. Just click plus and you can find, this is the Vision AI and this is the token. Just copy and put it in the token place. So you have to put it here in the token place. And the endpoint, as you can see, the endpoint is APIS/historian v2. Once you publish, let's go for, I'm not sure how, it will need a few minutes to send the data to plant 2. So I already prepared one for plant 1, which is the anomaly Templar. So this is plant 1. You can check this Templar here. I have 70 for the last 7 days. And you can check all the anomalies in here. You have the picture, download the picture, etc. So that's it. This is regarding the publisher. Let's go back to my system. As simple as it is. This is related to Insight. Now we can have the system information, application token, can create some token, as I said, for camera, the camera, the programming camera. Now, how to link it to OMI? Simply import the Vision AI assistant, and I already have done this. You have under graphic, I already prepared one under graphic toolbox in system platform. You only have to import, and there is some configuration to do with some files. It's already with the manual. So once you imported, I created a layout when I put two controllers from the app, just drag and drop. And for server addresses, I'm using localhost, so localhost. And you can configure, by the way, the port. So I put the port as 443 and put the skill name. As I say, I have two skills. Let's go back to skills. So first skill called Impaler, and the second skill is color detector. So I already put one here, one for color detector, and the other one is for the Impaler. Just add it to your view app and preview. Now, please note that you need to configure your security, that the user of OMI must to have some security to be even vision, the vision AI assistant to be an admin or as a user. How to achieve this? Let's go for AVEVA configurator. Once you install AVEVA configurator, do not forget this part. In AVEVA configurator, you will find Vision AI Assistant. So this is the service. I put the port as you remember 443. The security role, the administrators and users or users. This is the administrator must to have to configure, etc., the system to retrain. So I logged into my AVEVA as an administrator. In OMI, the user or the operator must to be at least a user here. So you have to give a user and to add your user or groups in here to have to be able to look at the configuration and simply just click and look at the system. You can check. I don't have any bad and goods in here, but for the Impaler here, you can check what are the anomalies you already getting here. As simple as it is. So this is a small tool. Now there will be a lots of modifications and the R&D is working on to have a better and tighter functionality for this system. And it will be a great application, especially for the remote places where we cannot reach some instruments, and we cannot put or implement, or it will be difficult to put it. I found I only here put some manufacturing example like good and bad product, or here detection for color, but for you to imagine what we can do with this tool. Very simple, very straightforward. Now, in case I think that will be this is all for in case there is any question. I think I cover it all. Please do not hesitate.
Thank you, Munzir, for this interesting session. We have already started to receive some questions. But before we start with the questions, I would like to invite everyone to follow our new social media channels. I added the links to the chat box. You can find today's webinar recording along with all other news. I'll start reading the first question. Integrating with the system platform, can we generate normal alarms and show them in the alarm table?
Okay. Okay, that's a good question. That's a perfect question. Well, actually, I was looking at it. It's let's look at the health file. Yes, you can. Now, how to achieve this? There is an API, or let's say a library related to the system. Let me show it for you. And you can find everything related to the integration with non-vision AI Vision AI assistant. So let's go for AVEVA Help. In AVEVA Help, I will check for, this is a very good and very simple help file to do. If we go for a scripting, for example, let's go for scripting and visual from scripting. So I have to just remove this part. Okay. Now, here it will show me connect to other AVEVA product. Connect to inside the new feed, how to do it with OMI. And yes, regarding OMI, I just want to mention one thing. Please look at it before connecting to OMI, because you have to configure some token, a small file inside OMI to be able to preview or work with the view. You have to change a small change in the file just for the script to edit, to be able to make a token and to talk or to connect to the Vision AI assistant. Now, regarding the alarms, which is a very good question, we have to go for visualize skills, information, and scripting. So we can have some information through a script using a system in the system platform. So there is an example here in how to do it. So we have to put the server name, port name, API, camera, etc., and then we can look at the different information, and we can get the alarm, and this result can be sent to any object, a normal object, and this object will detect an alarm, and we can put it in alarm client control or alarm application, for example. So there is a built-in script for it. As well, we can go and publish some values as tag to AVEVA Insight, and there is an API for it, and you can check these APIs and add it to your system and use it to enhance and have better information and better visualization for your system.
Great, thank you, Munzir. Another question, can we have classified alarms in the anomaly skills, more than one type of anomaly per skill?
Okay. Right now it's not, but it's under this functionality is under enhancement. Actually, what we can do is actually we can create, this is a workaround until the next release has happened. We can do several skills for the same anomaly, and every skill we can detect different things. For example, I can put, let's say I have two anomalies for the same product. So I will create two skills, and every skill we detect is separate anomaly. In this case, I can do somehow a classification for my system. Now, I was talking to AVEVA about this, and they said yes, this is a good question to be enhanced. Maybe they will enhancement very soon.
Okay, we have another question from Hani. Can this platform work effectively from the cloud with the latency, or is it a must to be on-premise?
As I said, what you can do here is to play on the let's say on the cloud. This is the demo that I'm showing here is on the cloud, AVEVA Insight. So it depends from AVEVA Insight the level of subscription. I think here there is a level of subscription, how fast I can read from the cloud. Or the cloud can have an update, and from the system itself, I can play on some frequency. Let me show you here. For example, if I go for my system, and this is the impeller, for example, I have to publish to Insight. I already have it. So this is the assets that I put for the impeller that I already show it, and this is once per, I can go minute, days. This is the minimum every 1 minute. Okay, so this is the frequency. As I explained before, this is not a fast, it's for only latency, or the high latency systems. I cannot go like every second with runtime, especially with the cloud. not even with an OMI. So I have to respect some frequency in here. I'm not sure if this is the question. If I answered, that's good. If not, you can send me any question. You can send me an email, and if this is how I understand it, if it's not the right answers, please let me know, and I will elaborate more.
All right, Munzir, we have also two questions from Mustafa Nabil. The first one, is AI vision an add-on model on any SCADA system? And then he continues, is it an add-on for Wanderer system platform only and not through Insight?
It's for Insight and for system platform. So it's an extension for system platform or OMI Insight application, because Insight have an OMI part. This is what I showed. So it's Insight on the cloud or system platform. Now, can we do a workaround? As I show some scripting and APIs and some tokens, we can think about it, but is it straightforward? No, it's an extension for system platform. However, from system platform, I can publish. As you can see, I can use some information to publish it somewhere else. Yeah.
All right, Munzir. Another question, once the platform identifies an anomaly in a piece, what possible actions can we take?
Okay. If you detect, let me just reform. So after okay, once you detect an anomaly, there is, it depends on the operator. So if you detect an anomaly, you can, from the script, as I showed right now, it was a very good question about the scripting. After getting you can get the script and send it as an alarm, or it depends on the policy of the system. For example, what's anomaly? If you have a fire alarm, you have to go and check the fire alarm. For sure, you do not have to change or to substitute. It's not substitution for fire alarm system. You don't remove the fire alarm system and put an artificial intelligence. But in case you detect, depends on the anomaly, you can create an alarm for your system information. You can go for I don't know, just look at the system, or maybe you can detect an alarm and retrain your system. So depends on your use in your system. For example, if you get an intruder in your system and someone go in, so depends on what is the policy of your system. Is this person is allowed? You have the picture if he's allowed or not. So it's for you to imagine how you can use it, because it's very wide place to be used. Depends on the system, actually.
All right, Munzir. This question is from Dr. Sami. He says, I believe the NN is turned by backpropagation method. How would you verify stability of the NN engine?
Well, exactly. To be honest, I didn't dig in to the neural network program, because it's not exposed. This is just the front end that you will work with. Now, regarding the stability or how good it is, you can look at it from the results. So normally this is how we look. It's like a black box. You have inputs and outputs. Look at the outputs, how good the outputs are doing. This is how you detect if the system is going well or is stable or is accurate, and you can put it back into the system if it's not. And more feedbacks you have, more accurate the system is.
Great. Thank you
now,
so much,
just want to
yeah.
say something for Dr. Sami. I think if you need to understand more of the technology behind this tool, please let me know. I can check with AVEVA what exactly the parameters, or what exactly the function that they are using in this system, and how they are maintaining the stability for it.
All right, okay. That's great. Munzir, I think we covered all the questions. If anyone have any question, please feel free to send them to info@global.avevaselect.com. I'll also add this email to the chat box. And finally, I would like to thank everyone for attending today's webinar. And we hope it was informative and helpful, and hope to see you in our future webinars. Thank you, Munzir.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.